These are the minor 7th chord types on the 1, 2, 5, 6 string family on B flat. And of course, they'll be related to D flat major, so we'll look at some of those similarities. Those will come up. The first voicing again is root 3rd, 5th, and 7th, so B flat, D, F, and A flat. And if we exchange, we can get the same type of voicing. It's an A flat, D flat, F, and B flat. And we notice that has the similarity to the D flat major right there. Here we have D flat, F, A flat, and B flat. And if we exchange the voices, B flat, F, A flat, and D flat, which is the voicing going this way as opposed to going that way. It's in a closed voicing. Okay. The next one is, of course, we have the F, A flat, B flat, and D flat. And if we exchange the voices, we get more of a B flat minor 7th sound going this direction, D flat, A flat, B flat, and F. So that's, again, just very similar to the D flat. We can see if we move B flat to C, we have that sort of a sound. And then finally, we have an A flat, B flat, D flat, and F. Exchange, F, B flat, D flat, and A flat. We can see the similarity to the D flat major right there. Okay, giving us the same sound, and then we're just up an octave. Back to this. Now, from these voicings, I'll start back here. Obviously, we can add the C up top. B flat, D flat, F, and C. So the A flat comes up. Also, if we look at this, we can release this F and give it an E flat, and then allows us a little interesting voice motion on the inside voices. So that would be B flat, D flat, E flat, and A flat. That can go up to C too. So you can have that sort of a sound. Also, you can get a G inside. B flat, D flat, G, A flat. And then a 6/9 sound. Flatten, B flat, D flat, G, and C. Flatten the top two voices. If we move, actually even moving down, we can, that's a tough voicing. It's a little easier up top. This is a B flat and a C. You get an inside ninth, a D flat and A flat. So that's a nice voicing, but a little grippy down here, a little bit tough. Moving across the guitar, B flat, F, A flat, and D flat. Move the top voice to C. Move the top voice to E flat. So very kind of fits, open sound, B flat, F, A flat, and E flat. Can go across the guitar. So this is a B flat, E flat, F, and D flat, and maybe even an A flat. Very nice, open, kind of fitsy sound, leading to an F minor right there. C, F, A flat, and E flat. Maybe with a B flat, C, F, B flat, and E flat. And naturally this leads to like a D flat major, which is a substitute sound for B flat. So here we have D flat, F, A flat, and C, moving it to an E flat, which has a B flat sound. Obviously a B flat minor 7 sort of sound, and then moving to an F minor 7, E flat, F, A flat, and C. And if we move up to the next inversion, which was this, also we can take this down, A flat, E flat, excuse me, D flat, A flat, B flat, E flat. Moving up to that F, and also D flat, A flat, B flat, C, and then G and E flat. You can see that's a D flat major chord as well with an augmented 11th, which works fine for that. We already talked about the C, D flat, E flat, and A flat. That voicing sounding like a B flat minor. Moving ahead, we've got E flat, B flat, C, and F. So So we have this sort of sound. Also on D flat, we have D flat with more of the extension, D flat, B flat, C, and F, which is a nice sound. For the more closed sounds with the flattened fourth here, F, B flat, C, and D flat. Nice inside ninth, and that can move down. It can be planed to like an A flat chord the same way. Also E flat and A flat, C, and D flat. So we have the sort of planed kind of sounds. Okay, moving ahead, we have the C available up top, or the G rather, E flat, B flat, C, and G with an A flat perhaps up top, which leads right to that F, B flat, D flat, and A flat. The B flat moves to C, giving you more of a bona fide D flat major 7, and that's an F and a D flat, C, and an A flat, and that top voice can move to B flat as well. So you have all those sort of planed voicings. F, D flat, E flat, and A flat. Maybe move the top voice to B flat like that. And an F minor sound actually works there too. Also going backwards, F, A flat, B flat, and E flat. Goes, get that G. Then moving in this direction, the fourths. So F, B flat, A flat, and D flat. So that's sort of a planed. All of those you can hear sound like a B flat minor. Moving ahead, we've got A flat and D flat, F and C, D flat major. Move the F to an E flat. So we have A flat, D flat, E flat, and C, which sounds nice. And you can hear it all has this sort of D flat major sound, B flat minor sound. Here's a A flat, D flat, E flat, and F. All moving. Really nice sounds. And they're all B flat minor 7 type sounds. So planing can occur with the flattened finger sort of voicings. They work nicely for the inside ninths. Keeping in mind too, the inside ninth sort of works for an F. If it works for a B flat minor, it's going to work for an F minor too, to kind of lead, especially to a cadence. Has a nice cadential sound, you know, anywhere. So just going from an F minor 7 sound, it seems to work well. So anytime I have, and if that works, it could work for an A flat major. Closed voicing as well, like that. G, A flat, B flat, and E flat. Maybe do an inside C. And then kind of collapsing to a B flat minor. So you have sort of closed voicings descending. Some interesting sounds, very flexible. So keeping in mind the B flat minor 7 is going to be related to D flat major, and it's going to be related to F minor within the tonality, within the basic modal tonality, I guess you would call it. Some really nice cadences, even from just exchanging voices, you know. If I do it on B flat minor, and then F minor, you can hear the inside voice motion, you can hear the natural cadence, and how they're related. And again, these sounds, the augmented 11 sounds, here's an A flat sound going to a B flat, here's a D flat going to the B flat minor as well, A flat going to the B flat minor. So you can hear the natural cadential tendency of those chords within this string family and within that sound itself. So that gives a general basic overview of the minor 7 type chords on the 1, 2, 5, 6 string family, and these are on B flat.